Hello everyone, it's me, Ava, aka Kaisa. How are you? I'm a little bit excited about today's snippet because I've been waiting to do it for quite some time. Actually a couple of weeks, but Father, God's source, would not allow me to convey it until this moment in time. This snippet is about triggers versus resonance. I'm going to say it again. Triggers versus resonating. Okay? Now, a few of you may automatically be triggered just by the topic, just by the title. Now, I've also stated what one of my purposes is, and that is I am a human trigger, which means I come into someone's existence at the opportune, correct time that I was contracted with you to come into your life, or I was contracted by universe to come into your life at a specific time to stir things up a little bit in your existence or your spiritual journey. Now, let me get something started. If what I begin to tell you or any of this is not resonating, listen anyway. Listen to this entire snippet, okay? Because it's food for thought and a part of your spiritual growth, okay? Let's get started real quick. The word resonating or resonates is used very loosely throughout the spiritual community, okay? Just because something doesn't feel right, you scurry away and just ignore it. Well, I'm here to tell you that is not the correct response. Yeah, I said it. It's not the correct response. When something doesn't resonate, it is a trigger. Okay? I'm going to say it again. When something doesn't resonate, it is a trigger. Unless you have the feeling of yuck or something evil, you ask your guide and say, is this of malevolent intent first? If you get a no, okay, then sit through it. Listen to it anyway. I learned something earlier in my spiritual journey. Sometimes God's source uses the negative of something to get your attention so that you can learn something, okay? Just because where the information is coming from is not something that you like or resonate with doesn't necessarily mean the information isn't correct, okay? Now, let me tell you something. Getting back to the resonating and triggering. When someone says something, and I am definitely one that will trigger somebody, and I have no problem doing it because that is one of my purposes for your spiritual growth. When something doesn't resonate, the first thing you should ask is if it's malevolent intent and if it makes you uncomfortable. Second thing is you ask your guides, is this something that I should be aware of? It stirs, activates, and initializes self-awareness. Find out why it doesn't resonate. Just don't scurry along from it. Is this something that you don't know about yourself? Is this a part of a previous or past incarnation that has put you into this situation? Just because that's still humanizing Okay? And that's not what we're trying to do. That's still a belief system. Don't restrict your belief system, your spiritual journey with a belief system. Right? That's what we're trying to do. Remove them. So if someone comes to you, and you're watching a video or something, and someone says something, or even on the Facebook pages and things of that nature, and you see these posts or comments, the first thing you should do, take this as an opportunity for growth. Okay? Maybe it may not be something you resonate with, but it's maybe something that you should look into and learn for wisdom that will remove a restricted growth or belief system that you didn't even know you had. All right? Now, what have we learned? Resonating, not resonating, equals trigger. Okay? If we keep trolloping along with everything that agrees with us, how are we going to get anywhere? How are we going to know anything? How are we going to learn anything? Do you know, that's how I learned so much information. The first thing I do is check ego, and that's how you do that. If something doesn't resonate with you, it's a trigger. The first thing shows up is ego. Whether you know it or not, it's ego. It stops it right there because your heart, you think it's your heart. It's not your heart. It's your ego standing in the way of you growing. Okay? Never let anything stand in the way of your growth. It could be an enemy of yours that is stating something of wisdom that you need to know. If that being the case, God's source, universe, will use that enemy for you to learn, to grow. And if you could sit through it, sit back, woosah yourself, and recenter, that is the most opportune time for you to show and prove to yourself as confirmation of your growth. Don't let anything stand in the middle of your growth. All right? So, a trigger is something that will say, light bulb, go off. Oh, wait a minute. I need to check this out. I need to reset myself, see why it is this way. What can I do to change this? Okay? Is it an incarnation of fear? So, it is a snippet. Time for me to run. What did we learn today? Just because something does not resonate in your feelings, get out your feelings, move your ego aside, and grow. Allow yourself to soar. Embrace the triggers. I love you all. Wonders to thee. Ciao.